the Camille this time around.
Yeah, okay, so now what does Umpty play? Is Vi is just going to be locked in, okay.
Vi, not a lot of synergy with Kassadin, and not that great with the Cassante either in terms of setting up team fights, but can be very annoying to deal with as Ezreal. And you could also just ult the Camille instantly in a team fight, try to blow her up when she's trying to flank. And that can be a great way to stop this Camille angle where she's trying to get in the back line, find the Ashe, find the Kassadin who's also setting up her flanks. You just ult him, and then Keen dies, you know, potentially if he gets focused down with an Ashe arrow follow-up. So, yeah, you don't have the Sejuani ult to lock down with the arrows, but you can Ashe arrow into a Vi ultimate and still have single target blow up that way. Yep. I'm curious about the build that we're going to see here also for Ashe in this draft, because Imperial Mandate isn't going to get a whole lot of value in this draft. I hope we see something a little bit more damage-focused here.
Yeah, I'd like
a
to
Hydra
see that
build
as well.
or something like that where you go into a little bit more 80 damage rather than the utility that just isn't really going to be here in this lane, or in this composition.
Will definitely be very powerful in the early stages with the Comet build or the Hail of Blades build. Hail of Blades, of course, very popular on the support Ashe. We'll see whether it is where aiming's going to go. Where Henna is going to go in this particular game. I kind of like both of these drafts. The Kassadin was absolutely a risk, and into the Yone it can be dangerous, but we've seen Yone's not necessarily always win that one. As yeah,
KT fans praying.
Yeah, it's just the general state of KT fans.
I'm gonna cheer for KT. What are you gonna do about it? It says like, yeah, that's right. I'm cheering for KT. What are you gonna do about it? That's what the beginning of that sign says. Yeah, so what? Yeah. I am a KT fan. That's right.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. Stop. I don't care if you laugh at me. It's fine. Yeah.
Self-aware KT fan.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's jump onto the rift and see what happens here for game 2.
Vinh quang chỉ đến với những người xứng đáng, những chiến binh đã nỗ lực không ngừng để ngạo nghễ trị vì trên đỉnh thế giới.
Tấn công giúp bạn thắng trận đấu nhưng phòng thủ mang lại danh hiệu.
Nhưng vinh quang không phải là thứ tồn tại mãi. Vinh quang là một hành trình, là một cuộc chiến không ngừng, biết đứng dậy sau những lần vấp ngã. Kỳ tích có thể thay đổi chỉ khi bạn bắt đầu thay đổi. Không ngừng nâng cấp kỹ năng để trở thành phiên bản tốt hơn của chính bạn. Tìm kiếm những đồng đội mới. Để cùng nhau vượt qua những trận chiến khốc liệt nhất. Nên nhớ rằng không bao giờ được bỏ cuộc. Hãy coi thất bại là cơ hội để trở lại một cách mạnh mẽ hơn. Vững tin trước mọi đối thủ, bởi vì chúng ta đang ở một vị thế, một đẳng cấp hoàn toàn khác. Để hiên ngang khẳng định rằng we rise to the next level.
Xịt họng LCK, cái họng hơi ngứa, cái họng hơi giãn. Xịt họng LCK với keo ong và cúc làm má, hỗ trợ giảm ho và đau rát họng. Xịt họng LCK, rát họng xịt ngay, tháo rực ra tay. Thực phẩm bảo vệ sức khỏe LCK mouth spray.
There are a lot of Breon fans here today.
It really, I mean, they're just exploding in size. It really feels like.
Yeah. It's just such an easy team to like. I think Breon and Nongshim certainly are the surprise teams when it comes to fandom.
It's just, there are teams that you just really want to root for, you know?
Yeah.
And even when they make mistakes and stuff, you're like, okay, well, some of these players are still figuring it out, right? You look at KT on the other side, and you want to root for them, and there's famous players on this team, and they're very successful. Like, literally all 5 of these players on KT's roster are legends. This is why we've jokingly called it, like, these are the super team. Depends on if you could set the year to certain dials for these players, right? But
yeah.
Aiming and Lehen's having the most recent success in terms of their performance in 2022. As a KT fan, you're just always left a little bit wanting.
True.
And this is the kind of KT match you're scared to watch if you're a KT fan. Like, we should win this one, but will we?
Yeah, and you're scared to watch it, but also you're not because you're a KT fan, right? So there's a lot of weird stuff going on. This roster for KT is about the most KT roster that you could ever get as well. It's kind of beautiful in the poignancy of just KT in general. But we'll see whether they can actually win out here, because being able to especially take a decisive win here in this game, that would be so huge for the momentum of this team.
Yeah. It is the lethal tempo variation here of the Ashe.
Ooh, I like it a lot.
Yeah, we've seen Hail of Blades and we've seen Comet even on AD carry, but I think this is actually the right variation in this draft because you're not going to get a whole lot out of the utility build. See what he ends up building in general, starting with the sword here, long sword. Whereas first strike for aiming, he's very confident that with his Karma he can take aggressive trades here, and every time he hits these Qs, he's going to be getting a little bit more gold, farming up pretty quickly.
Yep, and without the Halo Blades build and things like that, and having the support Ashe being a poke threat, it's harder for you to get the kind of control that a lot of these other Ashe lanes have picked up. With the Heimerdinger, if you have control of the wave, you are in you have much more power.
Heimerdinger into Karma, the matchup is played out by blocking Mantrid Qs with your turrets, as you can see Effort trying to do here. And this does mean you can't always have full health turrets and push this back. A little bit more reliant on your W poke, trying to hit grenades and stuff like that. And we talked about how Maokai Jin is so popular right now as a duo with the Karma, but Ezreal will also get a lot of value from his ultimate if he comes over for a level 6 gank, because you can line up for the True Shot Barrage that way, do a ton of damage to go forward aggressively. Whereas Unsealed Spellbook for Karis, also pretty standard.
Yeah. Cuz here as well, recognizing the fact that Kassadin is not a champion yet, which is a little bit sad for Karis. And Lehen's on a bit of a roam here. Soccer ball going to chase after Umpty there. Or football, depending on where you are.
They should know that this is a possibility, because he's missing in lane of the back timing.
Ooh, okay, in goes Lehen's. That is a scary gank, as Umpty is going to get Brambly smashed back. And he will be taken down. That is first blood going over to the Maokai. EDG? Lehen's? What?
This is how you punish a Kassadin outside of lane. You know, you just take the advantage you have in mid and force it. So Effort's going to try to trade back here, but I don't think BDD is going to be too worried. Oh.
I'm trying to think of like a matchup between EDG and Lehen's at some point. Where, like, a reason why he would be doing that?
He's just like, he hates the EDG won Worlds.
Yeah,
and he's like, Korea didn't win even though I wasn't on the team that was in the finals, so I'm upset.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very odd. If you guys know, tweet at me, let me know. As Effort is coming down, but we're going to have a look at this replay instead. Umpty really getting punished here by Cuz and Lehen's.
I mean, everyone knows that KT-EDG match from back in the day.
Maybe it's Lehen's shout out to his brother Viper on his former team.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that. I don't know.
This was just a really nice timing here for Lehen's while he's like, that's Lehen's. That's me, that's right. Oh snap, it's Lehen's.
Oh yeah.
That's who popped out of the bush. And yeah, nice early assist for him. Maokai picks up a kill. And that's how you use a back timing for your AD carry. Just find something else on the map.
Yeah, worked very, very well. Umpty going to move into this mid lane, but BDD back to his Unbound Soul. He'll be fine.
Not very good for ganking a Yone until level 6, and even still could be very complex here for the Vi. Didn't like this one as much in the draft for the options he had available. Soccer ball skin is so bizarre.
Yeah, bit of an oldie, that World Cup skin. Certainly been around for a while. As KT underneath their turret for now, you can see that Effort and Hannah, now that they've got a few buttons under their belt, they are able to take some control back in this lane.
Good block from Effort there, again, on the Q from Ezreal. Just trying to do what he can to eliminate some of this damage. It's been a pretty even lane. Yeah, because we do see the Scepter is up here for Henna, so definitely going the builds, a build path that we like.
Yeah, we'll see where it is, because with this lethal tempo, it could theoretically be like a shield bow, but I don't know. I think he might still go for the Hydra.
Yeah, the Hydra is more common.
Like to...
Yeah, I don't mind the shield bow in this draft though. Just survive a little bit longer and have that extra lifesteal for the longer fights you're looking for with the Kassadin.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Gives you a bit of that consistent damage that you'd otherwise miss out on, as Umpty going to be able to avoid BDD for now. And Lehen's just being annoying, as you can see.
Yeah, Lehen's is just saying, I know where your jungler is. Mid laner doesn't exist. I'm going to wrap around here and just put pressure on while Cuz does this break for free. And unfortunately, this Ashe that was so highly prioritized here for Breon, you know, that KT gave over. We now see why. They feel very comfortable that they have the answer. They feel like this 2v2 is going to go very well for them. I think the Kassadin pick makes it so much easier to actually control this game here, and the Ashe actually loses a lot of value because of it.
Yeah. It's like a defensive Ashe pick, right? To allow you to have some semblance of control in a game where Kassadin exists, putting you in a 4v5 sort of against your will.
And this is the first time that Breon have played Ashe this season in support or AD carry. They have not picked it up just yet. They've been looking for more control with the Lucian picks. I think they've avoided picking it even when it was available. And don't look that comfortable on the pick, and the draft doesn't suit it very well. I think you and I both are in agreement that even though this Yone pick we haven't liked as much as a hard counter, the way they're using it to actually get advantages, KT have a really solid lead here.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not about the Yone, it's about how you use it, right? And they're using it extremely well.
Yeah. There's a quote there, but I'm not going to go for it. As Effort coming on over, Karis taking a bit of damage here as BDD. Yeah, going to pressure out the Kassadin. Effort still just lying in wait. Lahen's here as well, and Effort is going to be discovered. Cuz moves over. Perfect timing here for KT to keep up the pressure. Force Pulse coming through, but...
And all the while, Aiming's just down there farming up first strike. It's just chilling. Don't have the power to actually fight this, even with heal for Karis. They wanted to set something up. If Effort hits a grenade and you outnumber them, maybe you can win that, but I think it's a kind of a pipe dream at this stage. As Lahen's up on the Rift Herald, Aiming just left to his own devices here. KT taking everything off the map right now, and Umpty finally hits level 6 and wants to try to turn this into a team fight here, but it's Kassadin with no items and no health. And Ashe Arrow, maybe?
Yeah.
Hopeful.
Difference maker does have Ghost available as well, as Umpty's going to come on over, pick this one up. Lahen's taking a bit of damage, but dishes a lot out himself, as Karis is very low. Cuz just going to leave this one, I think, as True Shot Barrage flies forward. Now they're going to go in. Keen, flashing, gets over the wall. Karis in a lot of trouble. The arrow is going to land onto Lahen's, but the Kassadin's already gone down. The Heimerdinger is also dead, and Cuz is going to flash. He gets himself out. And Morgan needs to run away as this K'Sante. Not going to be able to get anything done. There's the hook shot. And my God, KT, what an amazing fight around that Herald.
Super clean, and they have the better win conditions here. They can also, by the way, do a ton of damage with Aiming when Breon are holding Herald aggro there, because you know the True Shot Barrage is going to get some value there, and it actually does damage while he stays in the lane and gets plate gold. Meanwhile, Henna goes up, takes an Ashe Arrow towards BDD, or rather towards Lahen's, who's playing the Karma in this case, and still doesn't really add anything of value, doesn't add any additional damage. This is obviously a much stronger timing in this game for KT at this point in time. Cuz doesn't have 6 at the beginning of this fight, and I think that's why KT are so timid to actually start this one off. He's a little bit behind in that regard, but look at how quickly they collapse in onto Effort and Karis here. Karis is completely dead. BD helps clean him up. Could have actually turned and gone to the left here in this fight, but that kill gets Cuz level 6. His ultimate comes through and it's all locked down. Henna, one sad auto at the end of all this and a stun onto a Karma who just doesn't care.
Yeah, and that's sort of what you get trying to pick a fight when your composition isn't anywhere near online. Right?
Sometimes that positional advantage can be enough to turn the tide, but not in this case.
Well, Arrow is going to come through. BDD, ooh, nice little sidestep there. Listing lazily to the left. You love to see it. Zumpty has to get out. There's a hook shot from Keen, who is absolutely in his element. My goodness, he has definitely been the most positive part of KT so far this season, I think.
I would say
he has been performing extremely well.
And I would say that Keen's difference in performance versus last year is just something we couldn't have expected to happen this early.
100%. And he's against the Lord, right? This is no slouch.
No, definitely not. Aiming has done so much with his farm early. Picks up 2 assists here from that True Shot Barrage earlier. Has all of the first strike gold he's been harassing with, and he's going to take another plate here. Takes the whole turret with the Rift Herald now. The guy is fed early, and
BDD, that's aggressive. He goes back to his unbound soul, it's fine. Just wanted to put his R button on cooldown. You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's like, Kassadin can't do anything to me. He's not even real.
All right, well, Nature's Grasp going to come
They're going to try to force another turret down. This is a great usage of the ultimate. They grab a charge here. I don't think they can get the whole turret, but...
did Shelly just get double charge? She did.
Yeah. So trying to force this one down and get some extra advantages. And where's the cross map here?
Well, here it is. As in goes Umpty, there's cease and desist. Let's see whether BDD will survive. Let's see whether he can turn this around for a kill. As the Kassadin gets out of the way, Umpty now just fighting BDD, who moves to the side, gets another stun. What the heck was that? That was so sick. 1 for 1 in the end. You take those as BDD.
Yeah, you certainly will. Almost takes... Ooh. Almost takes Karis out. Aiming did with the True Shot Barrage, just a little bit off the aim there.
Oh, effort. Oh dear, getting taken for a walk as Aiming finds the Mystic Shot.
God, Aiming, man, this game, he and Lehens are just taking over, and BDD has an amazing play there in mid, survived so long, doesn't even have a shield bow, he's just gonna live through it.
That 1 kill onto BDD is actually the only thing so far that has prevented a perfect game. To go from the last game to this, I'm getting a bit of whiplash as we check this one out one more time. Man, BDD almost survived.
Yeah, he almost survives here, and this is with an ultimate coming from the buy. He gets the double knock up here. Karis flashes away, he knows he can go back to his soul here. And then Umpty gets knocked up, and this is Bro saying like, okay, so he ulted, we can do this, right? And yeah, technically, if that True Shot Barrage hits, then that's actually another dead Kassadin as well. Another kill for Aiming. He picks up one here with Lehens' help. And Aiming is just taking inches and turning them into miles here.
Oh yeah.
Level 9 in this game.
Aiming's always been very good at the Ezreal. Now has a couple of items built up as well. And yeah, Karis with his cleanse teleport with his unsealed spellbook in his hands now. But having a look at the clock, I don't think that it's the Monka W situation anymore. It's really a Kassadin that is having a rough time. The Rod of Ages is going to be pretty late. Hasn't put it together just yet. He's going back home now, so it might be like a 13.5 minute.
I mean, look at the items here for Aiming versus what Henna has. Henna has Greaves, a Scepter, and 2 Longswords versus the completed Essence Reaver. And he's gotten this Muramana done so fast, he's like not even hit 300 on his tier stacks just yet.
Yeah,
I just need to hit more skill shots. I've been hitting a lot.
All right, Morgan is really dead. The Cassante, not enough dashes as it turns out. And
this game is a wash.
How is Henna so far behind? He has nothing.
He has
14
nothing.
minutes.
He's 20 CS behind. And I mean, he's got to be sitting on some gold here.
He has to have like so much gold in his back pocket. Like I just want to understand why it's like 0 items. Why that? Has he been buying too many control wards?
That's definitely what Reddit will tell you. But
yeah,
I think he hasn't backed for a while because it's been under so much pressure here. Like the bottom turrets, or the bottom turret, the mid turret down. He's just trying to farm minions where he can. He's always under threat. And Kassadin's also like, I need to share some of those with you. Please let me get the easy minions because I'm also massively behind. Just got my Rod of Ages at 14 minutes.
All right, Umpty, this could be your time. The arrow is gonna... No, never mind. That was a grenade, I believe, onto Aiming. And Umpty is gonna do the slink away tactic.
No plates.
0 plates to 1750. That's another Rift Herald as well.
You add the fact that they are able to take out the bottom turret, first turret blood, damage the inner, and do a ton of damage to mid. I mean, will Umpty be found? Yes.
Well, he is, going to take this one. And there is the Hextech Ultimatum. Effort, can you change this? Can you stop this? Cease and desist comes through. There's the flash over the wall. Keen does not really care. BDD looks for the ulti, doesn't get it onto Effort, but closes the distance. Lehens going to snare him up, and that is going to be enough to get that kill for BDD. KT, where have you been? Like, it's every second series, Wolf? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I
for
guess
KT?
so. I guess so. I mean, that's the rule. So right now they're at 2 and 3. They got to even it up to 3-3. They'll lose the next one, and we'll be disappointed, right?
You love to see it. That's it's KT Fans Dream, or Nightmare, or all of the above.
An inner down at 15. Basically, too. By the way, BDD is pushing said inner in the bottom lane right now, uncontested. Another charge here on Inhibitor turret. Keen is free side laning.
Is that... So she got 2 charges there. Shelly got 2 as well.
4 charges total.
Ooh.
And yeah, Umpty, I mean, he could try to save himself here. He has his ultimate. He's here with effort, but the vision that KT have on the map, their understanding of where all of Brionne is just so immense. As BDD's like, we get both, by the way. I'm not going over there for Umpty. I'm making sure we get effort. That's 2 kills here. While Brionne are trying to push for red buff, you know, I mean, these are risky choices you can make when you're far behind, and when you are far behind, you have to make some sort of aggressive choice, otherwise you're just going to slowly lose the game. But the punish has been so quick and so precise
And
on the
now
side of KT.
I'm just sad, Wolf, that that one kill happened. Because this could have been the first perfect game of the season, right? And it's also an extremely perfect game, given the fact that there was 0 plates taken. Exactly. And unfortunately, BDD had to die in that mid lane. It was a pretty cool play. Managed to get a kill back in it, but still.
The shield bow is done.
It's 10,000 gold at 17 minutes. Like, this game is super over.
It certainly is. And it's one of those games, unlike the games we saw yesterday, where it's kind of you have a laugh and you're like, okay, this one's done. Let's make some jokes and see what Nongshim are going to do. This is one of those games where you're like, wow, KT, like play like this every week, please. Like on one hand, you're really happy for KT. Like this is really impressive play. Like this is exactly what we expected to see from this roster. But on the other hand, you're like kind of disappointed by this game because why isn't it always like this?
Yeah, why isn't it like this more? Lehen's going to get snared and stunned and stuff and nothing.
And nothing happens, except the inner is going to go down.
BDD
swaps back top, and he is pushing the other inner.
It almost makes you more frustrated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, who's winning here?
Yeah, well, KT, I can answer that question. But in the long run...
Which fans are winning here?
Yeah, no, I think, well, bro fans are always winning. If you're a bro fan, you're just perpetually winning. And in fact, the results don't matter. You're a happy bro fan. That's why it's so easy to be a bro fan, right? Because no matter the outcome, you're always just having a good time.
Aiming has always been so good on scaling 80 carries, but this is not what this Ezreal is about, this game. This is him dunking on an Ashe Heimer lane and Lehen's stealing the show.
Yeah,
I think
like, this is the most it's the most proactive Karma I've seen in a very long time. And I kind of want him to get POG so that in the interview he can be asked about that EDG flare that I'm still thinking about, Wolf.
Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna get that answer. Here comes a Maokai ult.
Yep, that is Nature's Grasp. True Shot Barrage lands onto 2, picks the gap beautifully there, does aiming, gets over the wall, and that is so much. Umpty out of the fight already. BDD's just gonna tidy this one up. So comfortable. Morgan fighting against Cuz, but aiming just wants to find someone to shoot. He will find Morgan. Bramble Smash a little bit frustrating as Morgan is looking to pull Cuz around. And does get back to his turret. He's just some Cassante things. There's a Bramble Smash, and there is a kill for the Ezreal. Base is broken. KT pre-20 minutes. Just in here, running amok.
Yeah, they can't end right now, but I think Brion kind of wish they could at this point. They don't want to play this one out anymore. Like 13,000 gold might be a record pre-20 here at the LCK.
Seriously, this is one of the biggest leads that we've seen, and I'm so mad that it's KT that's done it.
This season, I think it is the record for pre-20 gold leads.
Yep.
Because I just can't imagine another game. Maybe that Live Sandbox D+, but I think that happened after 20. This is just insane. And how they've taken a lead and macroed it into a massive advantage is so sick. And this is Cuz prepping this with the control ward he has topside, knowing that the rotation is coming over. BDD is rotating in, and the rest of these players are just trapped. And every time Brion tries to clear vision or get any information about what's happening, they are just deleted. As look at Umpty like just walk home with his tail between his legs. He almost burns down to Maokai's damage. He's just having a sad time. His Cuz just gonna keep running forward. And it's a sad Morgan. They give the kill to aiming. Couldn't be better here for KT. Minus that one kill, that one death.
Yeah. It's still triggering me. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few things that I'm getting frustrated about so far this series. I apologize, everyone.
It's okay to get frustrated about KT.
Yeah.
That's the F1 we're allowed.
I actually think that it wouldn't be correct if we weren't frustrated about KT.
This keeps happening where they set up in these brushes and then KT just annihilate them. I don't think this time they're as set up to do so.
They do have a lot of vision, bro. That's cool. Henna, he's hit by a football. And there it is, Nature's Grasp to come in yet again. More choke points, more control for KT. Arrow will connect as they engage onto Cuz. Effort and Henna almost just die for it though, and Cuz is tanking so much over the wall, aiming, trying to create distance as Cassante is already taken down. It's the second kill for Bro. You're happy about that, but I think it might also be the end of the game, and you're not so happy about that. Effort's gonna waddle back home, but this inhibitor is not long for the world. And KT might actually just win it here.
Most honorable way to lose a game of League of Legends. What Giga Chads? You know, look for the kill Cuz, take him out, you know. He's very tanky, but we did it. We killed him. We killed the boss. That was the objective.
Refusing to waste their fans' time, Giga Chad, you know, it's
yeah.
Absolutely true, Wolf. And, bro, we'll never stop loving you, but this has not been a fantastic performance here in game number 2.
Well, when you fall as far behind as they did, it doesn't get better than hiding in a bush and hoping for the best.
No,
And
absolutely.
We got some set of manipulative vision here, and we're going to go, okay, well, maybe we'll find someone, maybe we'll pick somebody. Cloud Rift also just, yeah. That was actually not Cloud Rift, that was a speed up from Shirelia's. I was like, how did they chase that fast? It's Shirelia's proc there. It is Hextech Rift. I didn't pay attention to the dragons this game, I'll be honest with you, Atlas.
No, it's understandable. I mean, frustratingly, it is a Hextech Soul, which is a really nice one. Bro would have liked that in game 1.
Any 5,000 gold leads in the chat?
Woo!
We're getting close, we're getting close.
Yeah. Amy and Keen definitely very, very big. As Keen's just going to put Umdi in the Death Chamber, which is another name for his Hextech Ultimatum. Karis, Rift walking around, but he's just not allowed to be a Kassadin in this game. Trishop Barrage going to come down, and Keen just flashes over the wall. This game is well and truly over.
This is not about the blind Kassadin.
No.
It's just about great teamwork around it, right? Yone here used so well to give so many advantages here to KT. Don't blind Kassadin into this team.
It's everything. Every single lane for KT obliterated.
Obliterated. But he's dead already.
Oh no! It's a tragedy for KT in the end. We knew it. The Nexus is going to go down from one of the longest, slowest games to the fastest game we've had and the most one-sided. The dichotomy of KT continues. Just be like that more, KT.
Yeah. You pick the blind Kassadin and then KT grabbed the Yone and just pushed so much with his...
There she is.
Shirt says paradigm shift. Ooh. I feel like that's also appropriate here.
Yeah.
It's one of those losses for Breon where you get a little bit frustrated after game 1, the game was in your hands, you go into game 2, and then Lehens is everywhere. I actually wrote down the vote for aiming, and I'm rescinding it, and I'm taking it back and writing down the vote for Lehens and putting it back up there. Because, like, the amount of pressure that Cuz and Lehens